Hello everyone, my name is Chance and today I'm going to be doing my Draw My Life video. I've been planning this video for like a few months now and it's probably not going to be as good as the one I've seen on YouTube because I'm not really the best drawer, so I hope you guys can bear with me. Anyway, I was born on June 13th, 2012 and some of my favourite things is gaming, since that's, lots of my channel's about. And I also love seals. They're my favourite animal and I've always really loved them. And one of my other favourite things is chess. So when I was 2 years old, my parents gave me this new toy to play with called a brother. But we never really got along that well and we still sometimes don't get along that well lots of the time still today. One thing I don't really remember, but I kind of remember, is when I was like 4 years old, I was running around in the house with my boots on, and I fell down and hit my head face down onto the floor in the kitchen. And my mum came to check on me, I think at least, or someone came to check on me. Then my mum took me to the doctor, or dentist, I don't really know. I don't really remember her telling me. But anyway, when we went to the doctor, one vision I do remember is me on this hospital bed surrounded by a few doctors, just for like a few seconds. Because when we went to the doctor, or dentist, the doctor said that when I landed down, my two front teeth shattered, or got really broken or whatever. Anyway, so they told me that they told us that I had to get them removed. So I lived maybe 2 of my years of my life with no teeth, or maybe 1.5, I think, judging from the photos I've had. And also we had this, I don't really remember him too much, but we had this big dog called Benson. He was a big grey Neapolitan Mastiff, and he got very angry at all of our other dogs that tried to come and say hello to us. And my nana used to come over every single day. My mum and dad even hired her to come work at our house at the farm. And my best friend, that's always been my best friend, is my little stuffed teddy, Mr. Seal. I love him a lot. And when I was 5 or 6, my friend Sani introduced me to gaming, and it's my biggest part of my life today. My first video game that I ever played was Halo Reach, and some others. My first console that I ever played on was the Xbox 360. We also played some sports games as well, the ones that need that sensor to sense your body. And another game I liked playing was UFC 2010. But I got it taken away a few times from my mum because I kind of did some of the moves on my brother. Just a little bit of punches. When I'd play fight with him, I'd be a bit too rough and hurt him. And me and my brother have both broken a TV each. And my dad got really angry, of course. Understandable. Sorry, Dad. And over my life, I've just kept growing and growing, like we all do. Well, some of us do. Sometimes a few, But I have kept growing, and sometimes it makes my mum sad, because she doesn't like seeing me grow up. She loved it when I was her little baby. And I still am, Mum, don't worry. And over my life, I've had to get some glasses. And most of my life, even still now, I do not like to hang out with other kids. Not really at all. I only have one friend that's a kid, and I like hanging out with him when he comes over. And I love hanging out with the grown-ups and talking to them. Because over the years, my mum and dad have taught me to have really good manners, and I usually get along well with the grown-ups more than the kids. And because I've grown up around grown-ups mostly my whole life. We have a little bar, well, it used to be a bar that my dad had, and I used to hang out there all the time, not inside with my mum or nana, only during the day. And at the night, also played darts, and my dad would have some of his old mates over, and I'd just hang out there. Don't worry, I won't drink. I didn't drink. They only did. I just hanged out and played the games. Also pool as well. I played that with all the grown-ups. Usually when you need to hit the white ball, they let me just not hit the white ball. And my dad loved Holdens. He even had this little toy in his display case that, well, I thought there was a toy, and a bunch of other Holden stuff. That's all he had. And I looked at it like a little toy, and he actually gave it to me now. I didn't understand why it wasn't a toy, because I thought it was, since it was like a little car, I thought it was a toy that he always kept in a box. But he always said it was not a toy, and I didn't really understand when I was younger. Anyway, I really thought about chess. I saw it once. I don't really remember where, but I thought it was really, really cool to learn. And my dad brought out an old chess set back down in the shed. It was actually animal chess, and he taught me how to play chess. It was the animal version, though. So it was really, really cool. And then I started playing in chess club. I actually really, really liked it. It was awesome to play with new people, and that helped me get so much better, because my dad was always so busy and he couldn't really play that much. But he'd also take me all the time to chess club, and I'd play lots of games. Well, usually I'd actually play only 3. And the chess club went down. That's why we stopped playing, because since the owner died. And now I'm starting to learn of how to play the flute. And anyway, that's basically it. I know this was short, guys, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you guys so much for all the support on my channel, and I'm so grateful for all of you. Goodbye.